It's sideways. We're set to go from the main event from Anaheim, California. Jeremy McGrath with a great start. He gets the parade hole shot. He looks so much more aggressive in qualifying. Now can he pull away in his accustomed form of years past?
And he's got a little bit of help. Sebastian Wall back there in second place, not capable of running the pace of McGrath.
And Roncada is in front of Pastrana as well. The fans love it. Jeremy McGrath back out in front. Pastrana in third behind Roncada.
Now Pastrana and Roncada in their semi turned 54-second lap times. 2 seconds faster than anybody else so far tonight. They might be all over McGrath. If they do, it's going to be tough for him to break away.
Oh. It sets the scene for a great finish, doesn't it?
Yeah, if Jeremy can get a little bit of
Carmichael.
He can get a little bit of a gap. He'll be able to take the line he wants. He should be able to pull away and relax for a change, but Roncada's already starting to gain on him. They pulled away from Pastrana already.
There's Carmichael number 4, Sebastian Wall, and then Mike Larocco with that bad wrist is in good position to contend if he can keep up now with his tremendous pace. Travis Pastrana in third.
Unbelievable pace that Travis has been able to ride. And you can see Carmichael has already worked his way into fourth. He got a lousy start, and he made the best of that first lap. He's in contention.
McGrath is keeping a good pace out front. Roncada quite can't catch up, and Travis Pastrana is not able to catch up with those two out front.
I've talked about McGrath maybe too much, explaining all the nerves and the whole thing, but you know, you watch Michael Jordan miss maybe the first 10, 12 shots of the game, and you just don't give up on the guy. He figures out a way to win, and I had a feeling that somewhere along the line, within a few weeks, Jeremy was going to get back to his ways. Looks like he's found that pace and that relaxation and the flow that we've seen so many times here at Anaheim. 8 times, as a matter of fact, 2 on a 125.
It's his longest drought. When he comes through these whoops, the fans on that side just go bananas. And he picks up a lot of room now on Roncada coming through those whoops. His last win came at Anaheim here more than a year ago.
Now, he almost won all 3 rounds last year.
That's right. Carmichael had to come from behind, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the first 2, and then Carmichael stunned everyone, including McGrath. That was really the turning point. Carmichael got in Jeremy's head, and Jeremy didn't really have an answer for it, and that was the season right there.
One thing about the main event, though, it's 20 laps long, and you got to go through a lot of punishment and endure quite a bit to stay in the top position.
It is unbelievable, Art, the gap from, Travis Pastrana has gone down just behind McGrath, so Carmichael moves into third.
A break for Carmichael.
There he is, front end washed out. We've seen that so many times tonight.
This track is really slippery. You got to watch yourself on it, as Ricky Carmichael now in third is trying to catch up to Roncada. There's our leader, number 2 on the Bud Light Yamaha, Jeremy McGrath. There's his mechanic, Skip Norfolk, ready to put the board out. The green box on the riders means they've advanced a lap on the last lap.
Wish I could see what that board said, but Skip was telling me, he goes, you watch, Jeremy's going to be a different rider tomorrow night.
McGrath fishtail, but he's still in front. Our leader here at Anaheim in round 5 is Jeremy McGrath, looking for his first win on the season. Last year, in the 3rd round here at Anaheim, he got the whole shot. Ricky Carmichael started 9th. Carmichael, I don't think, was that far back at the beginning this time. But Carmichael, by the halfway mark, moved into 2nd and took the lead away from Jeremy with 4 laps to go, winning by 2.77 seconds. McGrath is going to try to prevent that from happening here and gain his first victory in the 3 races this year at Anaheim.
And here's what I can see developing is Jeremy is starting to feel a little bit of heat from Roncada. He wasn't able to get away from him. You can see Ricky already into the picture. Now what's going to happen, he's going to tighten the screws. These guys are going to have to ride a little bit on the edge. Jeremy is so skilled on a slick surface. And you've seen all night, anybody that tries to push it a little bit too hard to make up time is making big mistakes and going down. That could happen to the guys that are trying to catch this guy.
This has been his most disappointing start on a season in his career for the 7-time champion. We asked McGrath about his goals from now on.
My goal is now to just stay steady, go for the start, ride as hard as I can. And I feel like this weekend's probably the first weekend I can actually race. You know, the other 3 weekends or 4 weekends, it's kind of been a little bit of a survival thing. And I feel that this week will actually be the first time I can go out and race for the lead and actually race for the win.
McGrath has a 4-second lead on Carmichael, who's in 3rd place right now. And that's number 21 on the Kawasaki. Stefan Roncada, his best performance today.
Now, Stefan, talked to him a little bit yesterday. He seemed confident. He's designing his own riding gear now. And he seems to be having a little bit more fun. And he was really aggressive last week. A couple guys not too happy about it, and he was questioning on it. He goes, I don't care about these guys. I'm out here to do my best, and if they're unhappy about it, too bad.
Boy, look at that shot. They're grouping up, Davey Coons.
Well, I tell you what, Art, as long as Roncada remains in second, I think with every lap, Jeremy's confidence is coming back to him. And I think Carmichael's starting to sense that. Keep an eye on Carmichael. By the time the race is halfway over, I have a feeling he's going to either have to pass Roncada or forget about McGrath.
There you see lap 8 of 20 laps of our main event from Anaheim.
Unbelievable the gap these guys now have over Wyndham, who's putting in a solid ride in 4th.
A rough start on the season for Roncada, battling minor injuries. Average worse than a 10th place finish. And he's in a battle right now with number 4, Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael draws the cheers of the fans. Carmichael looks back. Roncada trying to get the jump, but a beautiful move inside by Carmichael.
Now, he knew what Roncada was up to. He was going to try to block him, and he covered it perfect. It's too slippery for all that block pass and stuff. And I thought Roncada was going to get in there and mess with Ricky a little bit, make a mess. There he goes again.
He did. He got in there. He's battling it, but he stayed away from the contact.
So here we go. Carmichael catching Jeremy just like a year ago.
Almost halfway through the race. Check out the battle for 4th place. Our points leader, Villeman, behind the 2nd points leader, Mike LaRocco.
LaRocco doing an amazing job. The way he lined up all the way on the inside just kind of indicated to me he's just trying to play it safe tonight, stay out of trouble, get some points. His wife kind of indicated to me that his hand's really only about 75%. When you got a guy like Villeman, who's been as strong as he has, leading the points still, full of confidence, man, it's amazing he's able to hold him off right now.
He'd pick up 2 points if he stayed in front of Villeman in that points race. But the guys out front are going to pick up a lot more, especially Ricky Carmichael, who's very serious about getting back into the points race.
Such a difference in lines, too, by both Jeremy and Ricky. Jeremy can feel this right now. Watch what Ricky does at the end of this loop section. He's going to go wide.
Ricky Carmichael! Roncada is not out of it in 3rd yet.
I think Jeremy got a little rattled the same way he did last week in the lead. He could feel it. The crowd got so loud, he just lost his focus and gave it away.
He led the first 5 laps last week, and we went to 9 laps in the lead this week, I should say, with Carmichael taking over the lead on lap 10.
Now Jeremy's got to be a little bit concerned with leaving the door open with Roncada back there, because he's going to stick a wheel in everywhere he can.
And Roncada, who hasn't had better than a 7th place so far this year, is anxious to move up on that podium. I still like the way the former 7-time champion came firing back aggressively, both in qualifying and in opening this race. Let's go to Davey.
Hey, checking out down the infield, I ran into Ben Stiller. Ben, how do you like Supercross so far?
It's pretty exciting. It's my first time ever. So I just want one of those headsets.
They make me wear it. Do you have a favorite rider yet?
Well, I just know the big guys like Jeremy McGrath. That guy James Stewart. He seems pretty cool. 16. Yeah, he seems like he's kind of the interesting hot new thing, right?
He's very good.
I know nothing about